Hey guys, my name is Mark, or MCV Gaming here, and welcome back to another video. And guys, I have some very exciting news to you guys regarding of Halo Wars 2. So recently, guys, at Xbox Daily during E3, we had some very interesting news about Halo Wars 2 DLC content and also the Season Pass. But we're talking about this new Halo Wars expansion that will be coming this fall called Awakening the Nightmare. Now, guys, Halo-wise, let's take what's a nightmare in Halo for a moment. It's not definitely the Covenant. They're scary. The Forerunners, I wouldn't say they're that scary because they're basically just robots. But what's the true thing that's a nightmare? The Flood. So yes, guys, the Flood is coming back to Halo. And it's coming back in Halo Wars 2 just for multiplayer. And also, the one thing that excites me the most, it's coming back into the Halo universe canonically. So this is just very exciting. I just know Hidden Xperia is probably just screaming when he probably saw this, just saying iconic, iconic over and over again. So guys, there's a lot of juicy content that this expansion pack is bringing to us. And in this video, I'll be doing a little general breakdown of what the expansion includes. So, with Awakening the Nightmare, that's what it's called, I probably said that in the beginning, it brings a whole new campaign where we play as the Banished, and that's very exciting for the first time ever. And this time, we're fighting against the Flood as the Banished. If you guys haven't seen the trailer yet, go check that out after the video. But it's very exciting, just very like, oh, I'm ready to fight the Flood once again. And it takes place a few months after the events of Halo Wars 2, with the war between the Banished and the UNSC still continues on the Ark. And that's still probably going to be talked about a little bit, but this takes place after. So, you're probably wondering, though, how did the Flood get to the Ark? So, if you guys remember back in Halo 3, if you played it, but if you didn't, sorry to spoil it, you guys remember High Cherry crashed onto the Ark, and this thing is infested with the Flood, and it just crashed on the Ark. The Flood gets released on the Ark. So, after just finally killing the Truth and pretty much killing the Covenant, we have to finally fight the Flood and activate Installation 04B, which is being rebuilt, and it's pretty much just heavily damaged. So, we get off the Ark with you and the Arbiter, get on the Forerunner to Dawn, epic cutscene, and you pretty much think, oh yes, we finished the fight, we killed Truth, we destroyed the Covenant, and we killed the Flood. Well, not exactly. Even though it seemed we destroyed the Flood in Halo 3, some of the Flood managed to stay alive, and that was probably like a little Flood spore. And like good old Artoz Halfjaw says, one Flood spore can destroy a whole species. And this is just very exciting to see what's going to be happening with Halo Wars 2. I'm just excited to see what they say about the Flood. I'm really interested to see what the Flood will have an impact into the Halo universe once again. Also, with Awakening the Nightmare DLC, includes a new firefight mode called Terminus Firefight. In summary, it's a defensive and survival firefight where you can fight to defend bases and these Terminus Forerunner nodes against the enemies. I'm not sure what these nodes do, but it's just some type of Forerunner node. In the mode, you can build defensive barriers that are seen in the campaign, and some of the examples are just like these regular barriers that UNSC has. Needler catapults, I'm not sure what these do. I think they just, from the sounds of it, they just drop needles all over the ground. It kind of slows down enemies because I guess like the needles get lodged in there and they have to take out the needles and stuff, And also one of the other defensive barriers is called unstable barrels. From the sounds of it, to me, it just sounds like some barrels that might explode when the enemy walks by and takes a large amount of them out. And the last thing Awakening the Nightmare DLC expansion includes is 2 new Banished leaders and 2 new multiplayer maps that'll be coming with that. And these maps will be free to all Halo Wars 2 players separate of the expansion because, they want the maps, everyone to have an opportunity to play on these maps and just so it's balanced as well. The Awakening Nightmare DLC will be separate from the Season Pass, so none of this is included in the Season Pass, unfortunately. But it's not too expensive, which is only $20. I'm definitely going to be picking this up because I am so excited to see what this Flood storyline is going to be talked about. And it just, when I saw this, I was like, holy crap, they listened to us. They are bringing the Flood back into the Halo universe. And it just makes me think of these endless possibilities of what the next Halo game could be. And for this month's DLC, that was discussed a little bit at the E3 Xbox Daily show. We'll be getting 2 new leaders this month. And that is Spartan Jerome 052 and also Arbiter Reaper Morami from Halo Wars 1. Not Arbiter Delvadon from the Halo 2 and 3 and Halo 5. It's the one that is dead in Halo Wars 1. Sorry if I spoiled it for you guys, but that's what happened. Not Johnson, but Ford stabbed him in the eye and pulled the throat and kicked him off the edge. So, yeah, I'm actually excited to see what he is going to be like in multiplayer. Hopefully he doesn't have the Arbiter rage like he did in Halo Wars 1. That was very annoying sometimes. And also very interested to see what Spartan Jerome will have on the table for us, because I think I'd be interested to see what his hero unit will be. Hopefully it's not another just Spartan Jerome. And also, guys, the Season Pass is still getting 2 new multiplayer leaders later down the line. We don't know what they are. Probably just be another UNSC or Banish, and maybe we'll get a Forerunner leader. And there'll still be 2 campaign missions that will be discussed very soon. So you guys remember they said 2 missions in the Season Pass. No, Awakening the Nightmare is not part of the Season Pass, and those missions aren't the ones they're talking about. There's just still 2 missions that are part of the Season Pass that are going to be discussed, and we'll have to see what they are. Probably be more focused on Cutter, probably on his fight. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to bring for those. And also, I found a question in the Halo Waypoint that was talking about this whole new expansion. It was pretty much like a Q&A they did at the end. And there's a question by a Halo community member, we don't know who, asking if us players will be able to play as the Flood. And the answer was no, unfortunately, so from the sounds of this. And holy crap, there's thunder outside when I'm recording this video. So that's kind of scary. But from the sounds of it, there will be no Flood leader in multiplayer. So that's unfortunate, but I'm just happy enough that we're getting the Flood back into the Halo universe. So yeah, guys, the Halo universe, I would say, is in a good situation for us players, but for the actual people in the Halo universe, no, because the Flood's back, and the Flood are evil, and they're just very scary. And I just think the idea of the Flood coming back is just awesome. I'm so excited to fight these guys. And what this mean could Halo 6? Well, we have a chance Halo 6 could actually be really good in 343. For right now, I'm really pleased with this. I think the idea of Halo 3 Anniversary not happening is kind of like, you know, oh well, forget about it. We got Flood back, so who cares? Like, I'm more excited about, you know, the Flood being back. Halo 3 Anniversary. The more I heard about this negativity, like, no, there's gonna be no Halo 3 Anniversary, I'm just like, whatever. I mean, saying, guys, something will happen with Halo 3. We'll probably get some homage this year, something at least. And still Halo 3 happened and Halo 3 Anniversary not happened this year. There's still a good chance it will happen maybe later down the line. Who knows, maybe the 20th anniversary we'll have virtual reality Halo 3. That'd be really cool. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much a very exciting update we got about what's coming next for Halo Wars 2. I'm excited as hell on what this whole thing. I just can't get over this. So yeah, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think of this, and on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for the Flood? I'm 10 out of 10 excited for the Flood. It's been so long since we fought the Flood, since Halo 3. So I'm very excited. Also, I put the bell notification on just for more Halo news on like this. Also, guys, I want to just have a video just talk about some things at E3 that I was excited about, like Minecraft, or just stuff that we see in Call of Duty, just stuff like that, because I want to talk about E3. So yeah, guys, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you in the next one. Have yourself a fantastic day.